What up, world? Jay when that's the only great one left, back at it like an addict, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little tired, but I'm here. You know? I'm here. Appreciate everybody that's been liking, commenting, subscribing, vibing, representing where you're from, while we get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody's having a good Monday night. You know? Gotta comb my little beard. I'm getting a little scruffy. You're Christopher Furline. What's up, brother? Wipe y'all feet when y'all come in the door. You know it's a store. Double tap that screen, if you know what I mean. It don't cost you nothing to press that button. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we stay in the algorithm and in the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So wipe your feet when you come in the door. That's what we call it. Hold on, let's see what little comb at. Wet, said, what's up, baby? Trisha says, hello, what's up, Trisha? How y'all doing tonight, ladies? So, I'm gonna talk about something that I'm sure we all know, which is that trust. It's a very hard thing to come by, man. It's a very hard thing to come by, especially, when you live in a lifestyle that's, a little bit more, how do you say, fast, right? He said, I checked them tracks with the Afro Beats. Afro Jones out right now. Afro Jones out right now. If you ain't already hear it, man, get it tuned, man. It's on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? The link is in my bio on Instagram. Or you can just type in Afro Jones on any platform, Spotify, Apple Music, etc. And it's going to pop up like Jack in the Box, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's been tapping in, checking it out, giving you feedback. You know what I mean? Let me know which ones y'all jacking. You said you're on your way to your second job. Yeah, how am I doing today? I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I ain't gonna lie, I've been a little stressed, baby. I ain't even gonna lie. You know, somebody that I care about, and I've been really, been on a mission with. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really work out the way I thought. And I didn't think that I would really care as much as I do, but I hate when that happens, man. You know? I like to manifest the things that I believe in, man. And sometimes, life throws you curveballs. And it don't always work out the way you thought, right? You know what I'm saying? And it could be some big stuff. It could be everything could just be making total sense. And it's like, what? This is a no-brainer. But then one little thing will throw it off and, you know what I mean? So it do be a little annoying, bro, when you're somebody like me that actually likes to fulfill, you know what I'm saying, your plans, your obligations, and your commitments. You want to make the shit work. That's the type of person I am. I don't believe in just taking L's. I'm not an L person. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he said facts. Miss Monique said, hi, what's up, Monique? He said, it's all good. It's the wave. Salute, man. Yeah. We got water. Afro Jones, we got a lot of bops on there. What's up, new people? I see y'all coming on in here, man. Y'all flooding on in. Make sure you double tap the screen when you get in here. Wipe your feet at the door. We back for another episode, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to chop it up with y'all. I'm going to tell y'all a story that's, man, I'm going to tell y'all about, betrayal. He said, Tri-State NY. He said, what's up, Jones? Sorry I haven't been popping on the lives lately. How you been, my man? You good, brother? I'm blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, we turn L's into W's. That's right. You got to learn from them. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing, it's a lesson. You know what I'm saying? What's good, my G? He said, I feel you on that. I really do. Yeah, man. He said, tapped in that murder mook battle. And yeah, you fried dude real smooth. Oh, yeah, that's old school, but salute. Tap the screen, tap the screen. Yeah, don't hashtag that, but yes, double tap your screen right now. If you're checking me out, just double tap the screen one time. That's how you like it. And as you can see, the super chat is on, right? If you want to ask any specific questions, you can just hit the super chat. Also, somebody type Wolfway in the comments, $Wolfway. That's the cash app for anybody that wants to show some love that way too. All right. Okay. So he says, what you been up to recently? What I've been up to recently is I've been popping it on this internet with y'all, right? I also have dropped the Afrobeat album. It's called Afro Jones. It's available right now, right? I just shot a video for it, right? Which I just posted a little clip on the same page. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you already know the other stuff we got out, which is the Art of Word War, the book, the Art of Word War, the Battle Rap Handbook, the audio book, which is available on Audible, Google Play, Amazon, etc. We also got G.I. Jones, which is a album out right now. We also got Meet the Wolf, which is available right now. You know what I'm saying? So we got workout, you know what I mean? Flygerian, you know what I'm saying? Wet says fly ring, thank you, baby. You know, I just made this, you know what I'm saying? I was showing y'all the process of how we came up with this, you know what I'm saying? Along with the process of how we, you know, did the Wolfway chain, you know what I'm saying? Bust down, you know what I mean? And I just been bringing y'all along for the process, man. You know what I'm saying? The process of the glow up, the process of we working, the process of me creating and just building, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been bringing y'all along if you're paying attention to the YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do it in the lives. Sometimes I do a little clip here and there, right? He said G.I. Jones is fire. I appreciate that, brother. Yup. He said, damn. Yeah. So this is one thing. No, I'm not flexing on you, man. Don't. It's never flexing on you. I just told you. I'm just showing you how we creating. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I would hope that's motivating people to know, like, oh, I could do that shit too. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing that's, you know, unaccomplishable. You know what I'm saying? This is like stuff that any of us could do. You know what I mean? Especially if you got a vision, especially if you got an idea. You know what I'm saying? So these rings and these projects, they come from ideas. You know what I'm saying? They come from ideas. I start with the ideas and drawing these things and then bring it to life. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about manifesting, y'all. That's all. It's all about manifesting. And Panda, you seem like you get a little out of pocket. I don't know what's so funny or what you doing trying to troll, but we don't let the trolls get out of control here. So if you get too silly, you're just gonna go in timeout, or I'm just gonna block you. All right? But you enjoy yourself here, you might just want to not be a complete weirdo. You know what I'm saying? He says, okay, you can troll if you want, but just be respectful. You can't say anything homosexual. You can't say anything that's just, you know, political or religious. And outside of that, say what you want. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. Never let them know your next move. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. And this is, see, you're going to be the first one to go to the corner, Johnny Appleseed. I'm going to send you to the corner for 10 minutes because you keep saying weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Playful Pal, you're going for another 10 minutes too. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got to learn how to conduct yourselves, man. You know what I mean? We adults here, hopefully. You know what I mean? He says, who are you battling next? I don't know about that, right? I'm really not concerned with battle rap right now. Okay? We're doing Afrobeat albums. We're doing tours. We're doing films. Okay? We're doing books. All right? And we're doing content, right? We're doing podcasts. You know, we're doing chopping it up about life, man. Me standing across from some other guy that ain't got nothing going on, trying to out-rap him is it's not as appealing to me, honestly, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing you can't do is call me a liar here, because then you're just getting blocked. Because it is no cap, okay? And I'm keeping it totally real with y'all. So anybody thinks that I'm cap or whatever, then you can kindly unsubscribe, unfollow. But if you want to express and try to convince people that I'm lying to you about something, then I'm just going to block you, okay? He says, not gonna lie, gang, you hella cute. Okay, I know that's one of y'all little troll moves too, so thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I'm actually handsome, you know. Cute is kind of like for teddy bears and stuff, but thank you. He said, manifesting and materializing your mental is dope shit. Respect, Serius Jones. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate that, brother. And look, we got about 3 or 4 times the people as likes again. I don't like having this conversation with y'all. But if you hear, double tap the screen because it makes the videos look weird when we have 15,000 views and 100 likes, 150 likes. It's just weird. If you're gonna be here, participate, man. Just double tap the screen when you come here. That's all. That's all. That's the only admission that I ask for. I don't ask y'all for no money. I don't ask y'all to do nothing besides type the Wolfway in the comments like y'all always do. And if you wanna send a super chat or ask me a specific question, then okay, I'm here for it. All right. We ain't over here, doing nothing but giving up game and chopping. All right. He says big things. Yeah, respect. He says, can we get a freestyle, please? Not now, brother. You know what I mean? Maybe later. What's my cash app? $the Wolfway. Somebody type it so I can pin it at the bottom. Y'all know that's how we always do it. You know what I'm saying? He says, why do I tuck the chain? Do I always have to have my chain out? I have my chain on in every video, sir. Okay. You tried it. What's up? Salute. He said, let's tally bands. Hey, what's happening, y'all? He said, much love from Gary, Indiana. Salute. He says, do you eat? Y'all can't make up your mind. I gotta have my chain on in every video now. Now when I don't got my chain on is why you got your chain tucked? When I got my chain out is you stunting on us and you wanna make up your mind, bro. All right? I'm just in the house, man. If you want to see the chain, just ask to see the chain. Just say, yo, can I see the wolf chain right fast? No problem. All right? Don't be trying to make it like y'all can't make up your mind. 1 minute is, oh, you stunting on us. You always want to put jewelry on in the house, Jones. Next minute is, come on, man. But anyway, all right, Jacksonville, Florida, checking in. What's happening? Duval. He says, salute from VA, Jones. Salute, Thomas. Angels and Demons. Hey, Gregory G, remember that, huh? You remember that? You know what I'm saying? He says, facts. I want to see the chain. Okay, you want to see the chain? You can see the chain. This is the chain, okay? There you go. This is the wolf chain, okay? The wolves, the snakes. You got it? You see it clear? Okay? You getting that? Stones in the eyes. Snakes in the wolf mouth. All right? You said that mother effer hard. I appreciate it. Okay. So, he says, I can hear you now, my G. Oh, you hear me now? Okay. All right. So, and this is another thing, all right? Like I said, you're allowed to troll here, but dry hate is just gonna get you blocked, all right? So if you're just in here to spread negativity, you serve no purpose for real, because we already got the algorithm lit. We don't need you, right? If we got, thousands of people coming through here, it's nothing. But I don't want to be corny, so I'm not going to just block people because they just say stuff that I don't like. But if you're saying things that literally are distracting people, if you're trying to flood the chat and saying a bunch of weird stuff that's trying to distract people, they don't want to see that. So normally they're going to tell on you, and then we're going to get you out of here, okay? So let's just keep it on the up and up, right? Okay. And you know what? I gotta make sure I send my man Big Time the album, man. I said I was gonna send him the album. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Nick. And for those that don't know, okay, that are obsessed with my jewelry for whatever reason, right? This is why I chuck the chain, because I don't want to sit here with a bunch of weird hating trolls that's all they care about is a chain. And we're here to talk about life, man. You know what I'm saying? So Nick Schroeder, fake chains is not a thing, but I'm gonna put you in timeout just for being rude, okay? You sit there and think about why you keep trying to talk like that to me, but you're the one asking to see me. So, for those that haven't seen, go on this page. We're showing you how we made this jewelry. We're showing you the process. We're showing you when we buy the diamonds. We're showing you where we went. We're showing you casting the metal. We're showing you building the wax mold. So you're getting to see the way I did this. So you don't have to think, oh, well, it's all this other stuff. You can see it for yourself, okay? So you see exactly what it is, all right? It's that boss ring. Salute, man. It's another one on the way too, man. The Serius ring on the way too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't gonna stop, bro. Double tap that screen. Double tap that screen if you know what I mean. It don't cost you nothing to press that button, man. Double tap that screen if you in here watching me, man. Don't be a hater your whole life. You know what I'm saying? But he says, and get eating. Pause. I don't know what that means. Okay. Dry hate. Blocked. Okay. No dry hate. You're going to get blocked. All right? So if some of y'all coming in here to hate, you might as well just go somewhere else because I'm going to block you. All right. So, trust. Obviously, man, if you just see by the basics, right? The basics mind state of not only just the regular people, some of the people even in here. Obviously, people are not trustworthy for the most part, right? But Splash Kitty says the GOAT. I appreciate you, man. And look, we got double the people as likes, man. This number keep going up on the left. I want to see that light going up on the right. When you come in here, you know, wipe your feet at the door. All right? Can we see your bathroom? I don't want to see my bathroom. Is that cool? Want to see if I'm dirty or something? I'm not dirty, okay? Weird, you said weirdos. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of those in the world, apparently, man. Apparently so, man. But the thing that kind of grinds my gears, right, is when you think that you got a bond with somebody. When you think that you find your kind, right? And y'all locked in. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right? And this is just to show you how sometimes it be the people that's close to you that do the most to you. So I'm really not surprised by betrayal. It's just that I'm getting to a stage, I won't even say an age, I'm getting to a stage where it's just tiring. You know what I'm saying? It's tiring, you know, to build what you think are, you know what I'm saying, an understanding with people, just only to find out that they ain't jacking you the way that you thought the whole time. They still got some snake in them. They still will bite you and not even feel bad about it, right? So, okay. When I got into a situation in California, I had a so-called friend, right? Find a spot to sit at. What? Is it breaking up? Is it breaking up or is it clear? Huh? No, you good? All right, cool. So, double tap that screen if you're looking at me right now, man. Hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing. I'm tired of telling y'all. Some of y'all niggas is saying all type of shit in these comments, and I know y'all ain't like it yet. But anyway, and no, I'm not talking about that guy. And I'm not repeating some of y'all, these names y'all saying no more neither. They ain't getting none of this algorithm. They ain't getting none of these 15,000, 30,000 views that we getting per live. I ain't giving them my light. I'm trying to bring those battle rap dudes over here. They don't get none of this light. This is us here. He said, thank you, 100s, word. All right, he said, Jones, what's up, Playboy? Good vibing with you in the flat Saturday night, gang. Salute, brother. You know what I'm saying? We was outside in Plainfield. Y'all can check that out on the live. My brother right there that just said something, he ran up to me on the streets and was like, bro, I was watching your live yesterday. I'm like, word? He like, yeah, man, you be in there chopping it up. That shit real. I said, man, let's turn it on right now. He was like, let's go. So that's, you know, that's how organic we keeping it over here, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't putting no seasoning on nothing. We letting y'all see everything. You know what I'm saying? The good, the bad, the ugly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about here in Jones Land. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all a real window into a real one, into a real perspective on life. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think we've been doing so well. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the numbers, in terms of the viewership. The only thing we need to do better at is the likes and the comments. Okay? Y'all be saying all type of shit in the chat. Maybe 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 chat comments. And then when I post a video on YouTube, it'll be like 10 comments. Like, come on, bro, we gotta get this interaction right, the right way. But anyway, he says, Creasam says, hit the like button. What's up, brother? I see you. He said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do say, you know what I'm saying a lot. You know what I mean? You was a topic on Restore Order. I'm a topic on everything right now. I'm a topic on everything right now. I'm the most talked about thing in battle rap right now. Unfortunately, is it because I gave 30 years of my life to being one of the best battle rappers in the world? No. Unfortunately, it's probably not because of the fact that these people appreciate my contribution. It's because of the fact that people think that I'm going to let something keep me from going up. No, we're going all the way up. If you're hating or saying anything negative about me, I might pull out the guillotine, right? And I do want to say this, though, because I did think about this earlier. It's not good to give off, you know, even the perception of negative energy, right? Especially if I'm a Muslim, especially if I'm, you know, doing my best to put positive vibes out in the world, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm a player and I'm some ism. The last thing I want people thinking is that I'm out here perpetuating negativity or looking for some type of negative attention, you know what I'm saying? Gang, what's happening? That's the last thing we doing over here in Jones Land. But what I am realizing is, you know, perception is reality. So regardless of your intentions, I can have the purest intentions ever. If my actions and the results say something else, that's what's gonna resonate with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Am I live again? Absolutely. I'm getting paid every time I go live, sir. Why are you here? This is my job. What's your excuse? You know what I'm saying? D, you said I owe somebody an apology. Why would I owe somebody an apology that was hating on me? Because you're supposed to be able to slap my cat and I can't punch your dog, right? You said literally. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Some of these people, they really don't respect you as a man and the person you are. They just in their world, in their land, just looking at everybody as their entertainment. So you in the same bracket or lower than somebody else just because they're entertained by them. They don't care about reality. They don't care who you are in real life. They don't care whether the fact that people are deliberately trying to sabotage your progress. They think you're supposed to just let them do it in peace and be still nice about it. Now, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is there is ways that you can deal with things, I guess, in a more positive way. I'm really not that type of person, usually, to be honest, y'all. My first instinct is to go, you go low, I go subterranean. That's just, it's not good. It's not good. It's a bad characteristic. It's something I need to work on. It's something that I've been working on for a long time, and I guess I still haven't mastered, right? You know what I'm saying? You smack my cat, yeah, that's the analogy. You smack my cat, I punch your dog. You can't tell me, or it's actually another phrase, but I don't want to say it on YouTube because they might, you know what I'm saying? He says, I don't respect nothing. I want to know how your God is real. Well, we're not doing that, Josh. That's not what we're doing here, is debating God and whether he's real. He said, I know that's 100, but it is what it is. Exactly. It's 100. I'm keeping it 100, bro. I don't bother nobody. I don't start nothing with nobody. I don't want no problems with nobody. I literally just want what I think is for me and what God wants me to have in my life. I don't want nothing more than that, right? Even if somebody or something, right? If it's a female and it don't work out or whatever, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna feel like God didn't want that to work out. He didn't want me to have that, right? Maybe he was protecting me from something. But in reality, the bottom line of it is you can't do things to antagonize or come at someone else in a negative way, especially when they know that's what you're doing, and expect them to be cordial in dealing with you back. Even though as a gentleman and as a player, I probably can do a better job of doing that. You know what I'm saying? He said, that's real, 100s and mad fire emojis. He says, Timu Juicy J. That's funny, but apparently you just don't know about rap or hip hop if you don't know who Serius Jones is. But some of y'all are really like, you know, the algorithm is suggesting me to a lot of you people. A lot of y'all don't even know why you're here. It's just because it's lit. And you like, oh, people, oh, okay. What's going on over here? Oh, Timu Juicy J, who's that? Oh, Michael J. White. Who's this? Diddy's brother? Who? Like, some of y'all don't even know what the hell's going on in hip hop. But this is why we're gonna get y'all caught up to speed, all right? All of y'all niggas that's greener than grasshopper's ass on St. Patrick's Day. All of y'all motherfuckers that really don't know your a-hole from, you know, your ear hole. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna help you get in tune and get it together. You know what I'm saying? He says, peace, Jones. Jonas says, you lit, OG. Salute. He says, Timu Juicy J is kind of crazy. Yeah, that is kind of funny. He said, talk to them, Jones. Fire emoji. He said, nigga said, Diddy brother, chill, Jones. This is the type of shit they be saying to me, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, right? R.I.P. Pat Stay. Yeah, R.I.P. Pat Stay. So, all right, boom. So, like we always do about this time, first of all, let me know where you represent in the comments, all right? Let me know what cities we got in here. Let me know what countries we got in here, all right? Because I like to see that, not only for me, but I like for y'all to see how many different, you know, places around the world that is in here together, right? Represent your hood and double tap that screen, all right? Text me your city, text me your state, and hit the screen twice, all right? And we about to get cooking. I'm about to tell you about the story, all right? So this is just one example, right? Orlando, Florida, North Philly, Australia, Brisbane, that's what's up. Saigon, that's crazy. He says Minnesota, Sin City, Las Vegas, Kansas City, Detroit, East Side, 7 Mile, Kansas City, Missouri, Beaverton, Oregon, Texas, New Orleans. What is that? What's ATX? I don't know what ATX is. All right, and yeah, so okay. As you can see, you know what I'm saying? We got a wide range, you know what I'm saying? Slutter Park. Okay. All right. Let me see. And if you find out that you can't comment, it's because you've been putting time out. It's because you're acting like you don't know how to behave. Go stand in the corner, okay? And I'm gonna announce you to the live so the live can know, right? And by the way, to my Jonesians and my real serious lifers that been rocking, y'all know the protocol and y'all know the protocol. Let me know when somebody's out of pocket and doing too much trolling in the comments once I start chopping, because I can't really pay that much attention and also give y'all, you know what I'm saying, give y'all the business like I'm supposed to, right? So y'all let me know if somebody's getting too crazy, and then I'll get them up out of there, right? Normally we got big time in here. I guess he's working. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? And some of y'all that been hitting me up about being moderators and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chop them too. Okay, Batman, that's another thing we don't do here, right? Because all of these people here, they be, not all of them, but a lot of them, right? Like Cree Slime, like Jay, like Alexander, like these different people, Jonai, these people, I see these people every other day, brother. They know me. I don't be capping, brother, and I never cap to y'all. So for you saying that, you're going in timeout, brother. I told you that's the one thing you can't say here. Because what the hell I look like sitting around here capping to y'all for? I don't give a damn about you. The hell I gotta lie to you for? Like, it's weird. There's just so many weirdos in the world. They just don't know what real or pure is. So you can sit here and just literally be the most genuine you could possibly be. Tell stories about your real life. Show childhood pictures. Bring your moms and your brothers and go to your block and show your hood and your aunties and the kids and everything. And motherfuckers still talking about you. It's like, okay. That's the thing why they hated Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's what that goes back to. They hated Jesus too. You know what I'm saying? So all right. Okay. All right. So I got in a situation in California where some of y'all know about it. That was cap. You know what I'm saying? And I wound up literally fighting for my life behind something that was a complete lie, right? Because somebody was trying to finesse some property that I had and that they felt like they were entitled to, right? So when I got into this situation, I know a couple people, you know, out on the West Coast, some of my Cali niggas that, you know, we've been mobbing for years, you know what I'm saying? We've been kicking it, we've been really, you know, locked in type of thing, you know what I'm saying? So when that situation happened, of course, I'm not speaking to people on these, you know, jail phones and talking to them, you know, about my feelings or telling them to do anything or anything like that. But according to them, they're, you know, trying to figure things out. They're going around and doing whatever to try to, you know, get me free, allegedly, right? To try to figure out what's going on, supposedly, right? This is what I'm being told when I get home, right? Now, ironically, the day that I get released, I don't have nobody out there. I don't know nobody out there, right? The area where I was at, I was in Richmond, California, which is like maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes from Oakland. All of the people that I knew and dealing with were not around at the time. So literally, I called my homie that I knew was right around there, and I'm like, yo, I just got out. And he like, what? I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you right now, right? So he pulls up, right? He pulls up, and bro, if you ever see this, bro, wallahi, you know I'm not lying on you. You know I'm never gonna say your name. I'm never gonna disrespect and play, you know, like that type of game, try to put no smut on your name, brother. But this story I'm telling, you know who I'm talking about, and you know that I'm telling the truth, right? So don't worry about who I'm talking about, y'all. Just know the story, right? So boom, bro picks me up. He's got a shorty with him, right? And he's like, yo, man, what's up, man? Da 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 da, yo. You know, we kicking it up. You home? You da 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 da, right? He's like, come on, we out. And I'm like, we out where? He's like, let's go to Vegas. I'm like, Vegas? I'm like, bro, what? I'm on papers. I gotta go to damn parole tomorrow. Like, I can't go no Vegas. He's like, come on, bro, we be right back. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, yo, you wildin', bro. He's like, come on, it's a show, man. Like, don't worry, we good, right? So, mind you, I'm getting out of jail. I didn't even take a shower yet, bro. I get in the car and we drive straight to Las Vegas. I hop out, you know what I'm saying? My man got some peas and stuff like that. Little do I know, this man been on a mission. He riding dirtier than the freak knees, all the way to Vegas when I'm just getting out. I'm not even supposed to be leaving the state. You've riding dirty as hell because you're trying to get these peas off. You trying to get these peas off, and you got me riding dirty with straps, peas, and all that. 8 hours, right? So I didn't even notice at first, right? When I get there, then I see this shit, and I'm like, what? I'm like, oh no, that's crazy. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, bro, why you ain't tell me you was a... He like, man, that shit ain't nothing, bro. Da, 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 da. You know I take all mines and da, da, da. All right. But something told me, right? He started talking his language like, yeah, man, I was looking for them. I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, handle business to get you up out of there, man. I was looking for Shorty. I'm like, you know, I knew she was lying on you. We all knew that she was lying on you, man. Niggas was looking for her, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm glad you didn't find her or do anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, you know, I don't do nothing to nobody for my behalf. And he like, nah, I know, you know what I'm saying? He said he did you dirty. Nah, I didn't even tell you what he did yet, right? I didn't even tell you what he did yet. So, and no, I'm not snitching on him because you don't know who he is, genius. So, How you gonna snitch on somebody without a person? But anyway, so he said to me this, bro. I was looking for Shorty. I was trying to make sure. I was trying to down her. I was trying to down her for you, Wolf, because I knew she was lying. I wasn't gonna let my nigga do life. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, all right. Now this is a red flag in my mind now. This is a red flag in my mind. And once he says this, I kind of felt away, right? So we go back to the crib, right? He's in there with his chick. I'm sitting there falling asleep on the couch now, right? I'm tired as hell. Just been in the car all this time, just got out of jail. I need to figure out my life now. I need to figure out my life, figure out where I'm gonna stay, all this stuff right now, right? Just getting out of jail, didn't even know I was about to get out that day, right? Because I was literally going back and forth with the people in the jail because they weren't giving me my COVID credits, right? And this was around COVID, where if you were in a mainline facility in California, you're supposed to get what's called 33%, which ironically, I was on the live with Caps earlier, and I said, yeah, I had to do 3 years in California. He said, you didn't do 3 years, you did a year. Bro, meaning I copped out to a 3-year sentence, which means you have, in California, you do 33% of your time inside, and then you do the rest on papers if you don't have a violent charge, right? But they wouldn't give me these credits, right? They wasn't giving me the credits. What's up, new people? I see y'all. When you come in here, double tap that screen. You know what I mean? It don't cost you nothing to press that button. We going all the way up like a turtleneck. It's Serius J when that's doing the great one left, the cornerstone entrepreneur and more. We down and around in 1,000 towns and we popping it like all the red and vodka, man. Make sure you subscribe and catch a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody that kick this shit better than me, man. I'm one of the best shit poppers that ever lived, man. Talk slicker than salamander saliva on a Saturday, man. You know what I'm saying? Spectacular vernacular. And it all checks out like a cashier. Hey, might have to keep that one. That was freestyle. All right, so look. So boy is in the other room, and I hear this. Ah, stop! Ah, ah. I'm like, yo, what the hell? I'm like, yo, you good in there? He's like, yeah, it's good. I'm like, this man is in there doing whatever he doing to this girl, right? And she's screaming, stop, please stop. Now the crazy part is, I don't think she did nothing, bro. I don't think she did nothing too wrong, bro. This is how you really be coming. This is how you really dealing with your females. You really out here on some abusive, sick, psycho stuff. And you talking about, oh, nah, it's good. I said, nah, bro, it ain't good. I said, bro, don't be doing that shit when I'm around, bro. I don't know what you got going on. Don't be doing that shit when I'm here, bro. And he like, nah, don't do that. No, listen. So I was already uncomfortable. I'm ready to leave. I'm like, I'm about to get out of here, right? So I said, let me see your phone. Something told me when he said that he was looking for the shorty to down her and do all this other stuff, something told me to look at this man's phone, right? And I told him, and bro, you know I ain't lying, and you know I still got love for you. I still ain't mad at him, because niggas gonna be niggas, right? So I said, let me see your phone, bro. I ain't got my phone turned on yet, right? Let me see your phone. I'd take his phone and go straight to my ex-joint's number, right? Now this ain't the joint that was the situation, this is another joint, right? But he claimed that he was trying to get some information from her, right? That he hit up my old chick to try and find out what's going on, right? You know what I'm saying? So as soon as he said that, I already knew what time it was. I know her and I know you. So I know what you really was trying to do. If you got next to that big booty having, you know what I mean, little nasty, you know, Italian stallion. I know what you was trying to do if you got next to her. So I took his phone and I'm acting like I'm texting on it, and I go straight to shorty number in the texts, and I'm just sitting there scrolling right next to him, reading the text messages. This is the one thing I had to respect about her, man, and she know who she is, right? If she ever see this. She kept it gangster with these dudes. Now, even though she's out of pocket, right? Because she ain't got no business, you know, smashing on my friends, right? Grimy ass. But she at least It's saying in the text message that I'm reading, dude, calm down, dude. I gave you some ass one time. If I want to call you again, I will. Otherwise, please stop harassing and hitting my phone like this. It's getting annoying. Like, that's how she talking to the nigga. And he talking back to her, talking about, okay, sweetie, you know, sorry to bother you. I'm like, what? I'm reading this shit like, oh, hell no. I'm like, this is how you over here kissing this bitch ass. You trying to make me think that you was trying to line her up and put pressure on her like you was about to find out like what's up for me, like we riding for Jones and all that. Nigga, you was over here you was probably licking them buns. You was probably over there face down in that big old fatty, nigga. Talk about you was trying to find out stuff for me. I'm like, man. So I showed him, right? I couldn't help it. I told him right there. So he kept going and said, I said, yo, bro, stop. I said, stop. This is what you was doing. I said, this is what you was doing. And I showed him the phone. Like, this is what you was doing. You was trying to hit that shit. And she was curving you, nigga. Talking about you was trying to line her up. He like, nah, bro, I was just trying to get next to her. I had to do what I had to do to play the role. You know what I'm saying? I was playing the role. Man, we can go, yo, I don't care. I could go do it. I'll down that joint right now. I'll go down her right now. Why would I want you to do that? I'm just saying, bro. I said, stop, bro. Just stop. He like, just admit it, bro. She got a fatty. She wanted to smash. I know how she give it up. She knew you was my man. She definitely was on your body anyway. She knew I was in jail, so she gave you some bonds, bro. You knew you wanted to hit. Just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? He said, he not your boy. You think? So, you know what I mean? This is just to go to show you, right? This is the person that picked me up from jail. Right? This is the person that is actually on that, yo, bro, here, you know what I'm saying? Here's some bud, this, that, here, take a strap, right? But, bro, some people don't have a conscience in that way. They don't really feel whack doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You said you should have slapped him. Why? Slap him for what? For smashing a chick? I would never be mad at a man for smashing a girl I used to deal with, and I wasn't dealing with her anyway. So it's like if he wanted to hit, he wouldn't even been out of pocket. He could have told me, like, yeah, shorty, yeah, I definitely hit. You know what I mean? I'd have been like, shit, I know you did. I know that shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? I know. You know what I mean? I made some bad decisions, you know what I'm saying, before. So I understand, like, if you know, now I never did that. I never tried to smash my man's ex-girls. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, he said the stuff in the car, what that mean? That should have made you hot? No. What made me hot, yeah, that's what made me hot. What made me hot is you acting like I got nothing to worry about, but you put my freedom in jeopardy by having me riding around like this, right? But now that I know how you really give it up, that's nothing. Whole time you really thinking like, he be all right, he ain't gonna find out. He be all right, he ain't gonna find out, right? And if I didn't have these pimp stinks, if there wasn't something inside me that tells me, I wouldn't have found out. I would have never known. And this is the irony, right? I'm gonna tell y'all how player I kept it. I didn't trip. I called Shorty. Right? I called her, and when she answers the phone, I'm like, right? And she's like, wait, hello? I said, yeah, you out here doing everything, huh? And she's like, oh my gosh, is it you? Are you home? Oh my gosh, can I see you? Can I see you, please? I have something for you. Please, can I see you? I'm like, all right? I'm just coming home. I'm keeping playing. All right. That girl gave me $6,000. She gave me $6,000, right? I let her, you know what I'm saying? Let her do a little, little slop a lop a lop a lop a lop, little slop blah baloo bam a lop bamboo. You know what I'm saying? Let her do one of those, right? And I charged it to the game. And I asked her, I said, so was old boy trying to get down on you to find out what's up? Or was he really? She said, oh my God, that guy, he's so annoying. He kept hitting me up and being da 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 da. See, this is why I can't fuck guys like this. You know, and I'm sorry I did some square shit, but you know, this is why I don't do that. And da da da. I'm crying, laughing, like, oh my God. That's one thing about that bitch. She's a savage. And she don't give a damn. She will tell your ass. You know what I'm saying? He said he's zesty. Nah, he ain't zesty. He ain't zesty. That's not what that is. He's just sneaky. You know what I'm saying? And I love you, bro. I still got love for you, bro. But my man did 10 years in prison. I think that really messed his head up. One, you know what I'm saying? He did 10 years in prison. And he would be doing things, crashing out, not understanding the way this social, and he used to be a boy, you know what I'm saying? Not that he's not a boy now, but he used to be like one of them, one of them dudes. So it bothers certain people when they come home and they're not at that same, they don't have that same power, they don't have that same influence, you know what I'm saying? They start overcompensating, they start being extra whatever, right? Now, the ways down part, to be honest, that's most dudes. That's most dudes. He said, that's lame tendencies. KK, that's most men. Most men, if they get in a position with your girl when you in jail, they will smash, bro. Trust me. Your bros will smash your hoe. Yes, they will. When they go over to check on her, supposedly, and give her some money to put on your books and all that, what? You think they ain't gonna hit her with that? Hey, if you want some company or something, I can hang out for a little while. You know what I'm saying? He said, so true. Hey, and by the way, Constant, whoever your name is, fake Cartier is disrespectful to the designer. That's a young black designer from Harlem that came up with his own specific design. And I've been wearing these shades for 3 days just to support a young black designer. But since you're a negative hater with evil snakeness inside of you, like a lot of people, I'm gonna block you, brother. You're not even gonna get the benefit of being in timeout. You're just getting blocked. So you have a nice life, right? Find somewhere else to troll, okay? All right? But yeah, check out my young brother from Harlem, man. These are his shades, and they're fire. You know what I'm saying? I actually like these. These are the type of shits that I'm like, you know what I mean? Yeah, this player. You know what I'm saying? The tint, you see the blue tint in it, matching the blue with the blue, you know what I'm saying? You see what we doing, man. You know what I mean? And I've been wearing this shirt for, 2 days too. This is my brother Hard Luck. Check out my brother. I support, man. I support the cause, brother. You know what I'm saying? I support young black people and, people, period, that's just trying to do something, Pittsburgh here, salute. He said, what's brand are they? Yo, I swear I don't remember the name, yo. I was trying to say it. And my eyes are so bad that I can't read that shit. It says UV 400. I can't read that. Can y'all read that? I can't read it. He said, yes, sir, you fly. Salute, man, salute. Miss Parker says, nice. Same ninjas hate, same ninjas ain't got a buck to their name. Yeah, that's the way it goes, my brother, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? You said they tough, pin the website. Next time I come back on live for y'all, I'm gonna have a name for y'all. Cause I've been rocking these for 2 days. Next time I come, next time I pop on here, I'm gonna have those for y'all, all right? But yeah, so that's one story, right? That's one story. I have another story that's not so pleasant of a story that I really don't even want to tell y'all. But this is just how sad it is, how close I am with betrayal, how many times people that I care about and love have just crossed the line. You know what I'm saying? And it's not out of, not doing it in my face, not doing it on some, you know what I mean? But literally behind your back thinking you're not gonna find out or you're in jail and you know what I'm saying? He says, right. You know what I'm saying? 10 years, not that much, bro. Shit, 10 years is a long time for somebody's mind to not be right, brother. And your mind ain't right when you normally going through them facilities and stuff, bro. So yeah, it is a long time. But the reality of it is, it's not something to be bitter about. It's not something to be angry at the world behind. It's not something to feel like, well, I'm never gonna trust anybody else again. What it is something to learn from. Because I realized this, and this is just with my last situation that God willing I could still fix. You know what I'm saying? And you know who you are if you looking at this and you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because I make mistakes too, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you think, it's not necessarily taking it for granted, but when you think something is at a certain level, you don't even think that you have to worry about certain things, right? Because you thinking the understanding is there, right? So I think I should be able to, say certain things without you automatically taking it another way, or thinking it's gonna have us falling all the way out, or thinking it's gonna even build a grimy streak in you to make you feel like, oh, now I gotta think for myself. Now I gotta be, right? So, it's a learning process, right? It's a learning process. And it's also about learning, how to manage the relationships that you do have with family, everything else, right? You know what I'm saying? He said, you're right. Nah, facts. So, I'm not even gonna tell you who, because then that's too much sauce too. But just put it this way. Somebody that is a close family member of mine basically got drunk and did one of these moves. You don't need to be with him. He be out here doing this. He be trying to dog these girls. You're better than that. All of this. Family member got drunk and did this to my bitch, right? Scaring the shit out of her, right? Because they all drunk and, hey, trying to push up on them. They like, yo, you cool? Like, you know what I'm saying? I get back and I see them drunk doing all of this, right? All over the page with it. Bruh, it took everything in me to not I wanted to totally obliterate this person. But because of the fact that it was like family there and they're like, nah, don't do nothing and da-da-da-da-da, I let it. But it's like, bruh, what? What? You? Happens to the best of us, bro. You know what I mean? Family, right? You said I can help, bro. What you gonna help with, sis? He says, damn, you lost the last joint? He said, is that why you lost your hair? He said, for forgiveness can be testing. Nah, for real. For real, for real. And yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't know about loss, but yeah, man. Shit crazy, bro. Behind some stupidness, man. Misunderstandings and me just being a perfectionist about shit and just, you know what I'm saying, a stickler for certain things. They're probably in the scheme of shit is not that big a deal, but it could be, right? That's the thing with me. I be trying to do certain things because I know what things could be. You know what I mean? Said 100s. He says it be like that sometimes, but I can't. If you know, you know. Well, yeah, J King, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can't really, but yeah, man, be like that sometimes, man. I really hope it don't gotta stay like that, but what you gonna do, right? You know what I'm saying? He said, who's the next battle? I'm not really concerned with battles right now. I'm focusing on my game and my change right now. You know what I'm saying? We focusing on these products. We focusing on this content. We focusing on Afro Jones, which is out right now. We focusing on G.I. Jones, which is out right now. We focusing on the Art of Word War book, which is out right now. You know what I'm saying? Do I know K-pop? Yeah, I heard about K-pop, man. Shout out to all my Koreans, man. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like, I don't know what that means. Tay James puts the hands emojis up. I appreciate you. Jones World, hey, you know how we rocking, Orion. Salute, brother. Good evening. Hope everything's well with you, my brother. He said, never dog yourself, because when you dog a woman, that's what you're doing, and the price is steep. Hey, I hear you. He said, we going all the way up like a turtleneck. Hey, you know the slogans, and you know how we rocking. He said, Jones, why you do Charles Hamilton like that? Yo, Charles Hamilton jumped out the window, bro. I don't know why he did that. I was trying to be in the cut, bro. I swear to y'all, man, I really be just minding my business and just trying to vibe, man. And sometimes people really be thinking they gonna have an opportunity. They want my light. They wanna be me. They be wanting a piece of my whatever. So this been happening. So Charles Hamilton, I'm at the show, in case y'all never knew this. He said, what's up, Jones? Keep battling? Nah, I don't know about keep battling, but we gonna keep rocking though. But I'm at the show, right? And Top Dog, shout out to TDE, man. Those are my boys. Top Dog, Ali, Kendrick, J-Rock. I got about 5 songs with J-Rock, right? And he was the one that was the first artist that was signed before Kendrick, right? So when when they come to New York, you know what I'm saying? We rocking. We going around to the club. So we go to SOBs, which is where they have, you know, all these shows and stuff, right? So I'm in the cut with my, you know, on my player shit, right? If y'all seen how I was dressed in that battle, I had on a damn Kango and a peacoat. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on my player shit, and I was actually interviewing a young lady. You know what I'm saying? I was actually in the cut with a young lady conducting my business, right? But it was cool. Sometimes, and then you know what? Sometimes it's not cool to intermix your bitch and rap events and stuff like that, man. Sometimes that shit can get weird too, because everybody don't understand, right? And there's a lot of weird hatred and energy in battle rap, especially towards me. So if somebody don't know the legacy, whatever, it might just seem confusing to seem like, wait a minute, so they don't fuck with this nigga? Like, you know what I mean? But that's the game, that's the culture. Especially, it's like the Floyd Mayweather's in it when you the most hated. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so he said, still lame tendencies. Yeah, he said, still lame tendencies. You don't get a pass because you're drunk. That was in your heart already. Exactly. Exactly. That's the way I feel about it, man. And there's been a lot of situations that, you know, have shown me that someone can, quote unquote, in their mind love you and still do you dirty, right? And that's why, to me, I always value what I value, and that's always why I looked at the game. And when I say the game, I'm talking about the hunt, the hustle, you know, whether or not somebody's really locked in with you or not. This is why I value that more than a lot of my homies, because your homeboys will hit your joint, bro. They'll do it, okay? I got another story, right? That's on that same frequency, right? Hold on 1 second. See this right here? That happened to me in Miami, right? Or actually in Fort Lauderdale, right? And this was so long ago. This was before Ubers and stuff like that, right? So I had my shorty that was down on the beach, and I told my homie, yo, go grab, you know, what you call it? Go grab my shorty for me, bro. Now, that's a no-no one. You don't have no niggas grabbing your girl, right? Because you know what could happen, right? But obviously, this is an extreme situation. I'm sitting here with 5 holes in my side, okay? And I haven't got no damn Uber. There's no Ubers, right? And what I'm gonna do? Tell her to get a cab and then come down there and say, yeah, I'll come down and pay for it and waddle down there with the damn IV? You know what I'm saying? No, I can't. Listen, I need help right now. right? Just go get my peoples and bring them here, right? He goes and gets her. He's like, yo, oh man, he's wild on the phone, man, we going this and this and that, man, da-da-da, we going after this, but he acting like, oh, it's DEFCON 4, right? I'm like, yo, nah, stop talking on the phone like that, bro. Just go grab Shorty and meet me at the hospital, right? So he pulls up with her at the hospital, right? She's sitting there, and the way she's looking and the demeanor that she had was as if she really didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Now I know females can be cold-blooded, you know what I'm saying? Especially female hustlers, etc. So I figured she just was a cold-blooded bitch that, you know, didn't give a fuck about me. So she just basically seemed annoyed that she's sitting in the hospital now like, oh my God, like now I gotta deal with this shit. So I'm kind of laughing to myself like, damn, it's cold game, bro. But whatever, right? So it wasn't necessarily that though. He's sitting there telling me all this, man, all this homie love shit about how we gonna ride out and I got your back, brother, and all of this stuff, right? And in the days after this, right? Now, mind you, I had left my whip somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hit up. So I can't really, you know what I'm saying? I can't really move like that. I'm walking out like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? You walking crazy. Like, you see how big this is now. So imagine how big that was when it first happened. It was like, you know what I'm saying? My whole ribs was showing. So it was like, I wasn't really able to move around like that. I kind of needed to sit down somewhere for at least a day or two and get my bearings together, right? So Shorty she said something one day that was a red flag. This was like a day afterwards. She said something like, is he gonna be there? And I said, what? Now, she had only been alone with the dude one time on the way to the hospital, right? And she started acting all weird and acting all crazy. And I didn't understand what was going on, right? I'm talking to her about loyalty and all of this shit. And she came out of nowhere and said, well, ask your friend, because he don't know how my mouth feels. And started crying. I'm like, what? I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? She said, ask him. And I didn't know, because you sent him. I didn't know if it was a test. I didn't know, but he's crazy. And he basically, he said I had to do it, and he made me do it. I was like, oh, wait, on the way to the hospital? Nah. Bro, wallahi, it don't get no more cold-blooded than this. You tell your friend, yo, I'm in the hospital, bro. I'm stabbed up. Go get my girl for me, bring her up here. He like, all right, I got you, bro. And then when he gets her, she hops in the car. I'm pretty sure you got to be a cold-blooded woman for somebody who hops you and says, hey, your man's stabbed in the hospital. I'm about to take you to him. And you say, okay, cool. Well, can I S your D? I'm pretty sure it didn't go like that, right? And I know this guy. I've watched him do this move, right? Instead of use what a player means in the right way, he does it the opposite way. He does stuff like threaten or intimidate a girl into doing a sexual act, which is creepy and weird as hell. But like, some girls are kind of, you know, scary or weak mentally, or they're scared to react in a certain way because whatever, right? So she's obviously didn't want to do it because she's crying and having a whole breakdown about it, and she's been acting weird for a day and a half, and I didn't know why. I didn't know why she was sitting there in the hotel, in the hospital, looking out the window and really all messed up in the head. Because my so-called friend that's sitting here and telling me, brother, I'm ready to go get the chopper and ride on these people, literally just basically R-worded her in the car on the way here. Literally just did some freaky, aggressive, like, you know, shit with her in the car. And then comes up here next to my bedside while I'm stabbed up with tools in me and says, brother, you know, I'm with you, man. I'm about to go get the chopper. We gonna ride out. Does it get more cold-blooded than that, y'all? You know what I'm saying? He says, I mean, you knew your mans. Exactly. I knew him. You know what I mean? I knew him, but I ain't know him that bad. I ain't know that. On the way to the hospital? I ain't know that. You know what I'm saying? Greg, you're spamming, which means you're gonna get blocked. I'm gonna tell you one more time, Greg. You type that one more time, I'm blocking you. Because you just typed 7 times that I like fentanyl. Okay, all right. That's weird. Nigga say Chris unbiased. Yo, I mean, he do got a couple get off me charges, don't he? That's one thing I don't understand either, bro. How do you have multiple get off me charges? That means you did it. Don't nobody get back-to-back multiple like R charges? Who does that? That didn't do nothing. That's not something you keep getting accused of. You know what I'm saying? He said facts. 4 different joints. Damn. He got 4 different ones? All right, this is what I mean. This is why I'm done with the battle rap stuff, right? You're telling me that a person that a lot of y'all still be watching has 4 different get off me charges, 4 different R charges, and you still watching him talk about battle rap? That's what I mean. I don't get that. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, that's diabolical. Nah, for real. He says, look, bro, who we talking about? I'm not even gonna say his name again, but he just brought that guy up. One of these rapist, crazy guys. He says, no sway. Who? Chris Unbiased is his name. He's a, you know, whatever. But anyway, it says Christopher Gunsby is his name. He said, Google him. Christopher Gunsby. He said, Wolf was walking Lil Haiti when them Zoes was outside. Hey, what's up, Wolf? Salute, man. Salute. Hey, Wolf, look how the universe worked. I was just telling them the story of how I got stabbed up in Vegas Cabaret when I was in Miami. I just finished telling them that story, Wolf. Look how the universe worked. That's my man right there, Ayat from Lil Haiti, man. I used to stay in Lil Haiti. We was out there mobbing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really been out here in these trenches, bro, over the years, making real bonds, making real friends, man, making real memories, man. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, there are a lot of grimy people out here, man. And as you notice, there's some people that you meet just on the fly in life that be realer to you than people you knew your whole life. That be more solid to you than your own family members, etc. You know what I'm saying? He said that nigga's name is Chris Untie Us. Yo. Hey, yo. Chris Untie Us? He said, why you get poked up though, Jones? Y'all want me to tell you that story? I told y'all that story on another live somewhere, but all right. I'll tell you why. You know why? And this is why I keep it P, as they say. This is why I keep it playing to this day, bro. There was a young chick that was a Haitian, ironically, right? And she was a dancer, and she was acting like she was feeling the wolf. So she came around to the studio one night, right? And she was trying to get me to say that I'm a certain thing, right? She was trying to get me to call myself a certain title, right? This same title that some people want to, use to try and, dry snitch on me or whatever that is in battles, right? Which I don't subscribe to. I don't call myself these words and these, you know what I'm saying? I might say it in a rap or in something like I'm a player, so this or something like that. But I always say, I'm an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? I'm a boss, I'm a king. I'm not, defined or confined to a word, right? So my game is my ism, right? It's ism. Ism is a word that's in the Quran. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being some ism, you know what I'm saying? Don't call me no incriminating words, right? So she kept trying to do that. She kept trying to say, well, just say what you are. If you're this, if you're that. So I'm like, yo, you talking hot and weird, bro. Like, I'm cool, right? Whole time I'm realizing Shorty is capping because she's lying to me. I know you got a dude, I can tell, and you keep trying to act like you single and ready to mingle. You're really just trying to get some peen, right? You're trying to get took in the pound town. You're trying to get the wolf magic stick. You're trying to get your back broke. You're trying to get me to take you on down up and through there. Okay? I know what you want. So I'm not giving her no pole. Because one, you're lying to me. Two, you're not mine. Three, you're a dancer that don't pay me. Right? You dance on other guys all day, take their money, and go home to your man. Why are you trying to get me, you know what I'm saying, to be basically your free custody, right? You don't want no money from me, but you want something from me, right? So okay, I'm not jacking it. I don't give her no dick, and basically, I curve. She hit me again on some. She wanted to come through the crib, right? She already came through the studio. She came through the crib. When she comes to the crib, it's more of the same. More of the same. Which to me is just lame. He said, facts, Jones. He said, what's up from Cali, Serius? What's happening, y'all? Y'all know California love. So, hey, and by the way, we should have well over hundreds of likes by now, man. Double tap that screen if you haven't already, new people. Right now, pound pound. All right? Don't cost you nothing to hit that button. So, she comes to the crib and it's more of the same, right? And I basically, you know, in so many words, kicked out, right? On some look, it ain't gonna work, right? So I'm in the club this one night. This is why you don't do drugs, kids. Because to be honest, I was on drugs this night. I was rolling, I popped a little Molly, I'm sweating. Woo! Yeah, I was Trinidad Jameson, right? I was icy. I had this big, just this black diamond Jesus piece, right? And you know, my pockets is bulging. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling myself. You feel me? I'm in there. I got a table, right? And I'm in the club, right? She walks past, and she's deliberately walking past my section, and kind of like trying to get, you know, next to me and trying to get my attention, right? Now, what I should have done was just completely ignore Shorty. You know what I'm saying? Not even say nothing to her, nothing, right? But I didn't like the fact that you trying to come over in my section and basically like sponge off the wave. You trying to talk to people and trying to like be next to my body. So I've said to her, she's standing there looking like she about to pour a drink. I said, bro, you not getting none of this bottle, right? And I said, listen, man, whatever I said, I don't want to lie, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said some slick shit, right, that she didn't like, right? And I was basically like, man, you ain't getting none of this liquor, man. You know you be capping, man. Don't be trying to come around here soaking up the wave down, baby. Whatever I said, right? She didn't like it, and a few people kind of like chuckled and shit, right? So she didn't like it. She felt embarrassed. I probably shouldn't have said nothing, but she wanted a drink, basically, right? She wanted to come get a free drink from my bottle after playing games and basically lying to me, coming in my crib, coming in the studio, being around, trying to finesse me, right? Trying to treat me like she's smarter than me, right? Trying to get some free dick from me without being down for me. Trying to get me to say that I'm a something, something, something when you're a something, 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 right? Like, what are you doing, right? So she says, oh yeah, watch this, right? So I'm thinking, all right, she's gonna go tell the bouncers, they're gonna come over and try to make me leave, whatever, right? This big bald head George Foreman looking dude comes over, right? Now, mind you, I done been down and around in 1,000 towns for real. Maine, Ukraine, and Spain. I done been every type of establishment there is. You know what I'm saying? I done dealt with every type of female there is. So I've definitely been in lots of clubs where they've deliberately tried to sabotage you. They see you some game. They really just be on some intimidated with you around shit, and they'll tell a bouncer, that guy's in here recruiting girls or some shit like that, right? That's part of the game. That happens, right? You might not be doing nothing. You might be sitting there minding your business. You know what I'm saying? Mikey said it's typical. Right, it's typical stuff, right? So I'm thinking the bouncer's gonna come over and say the typical thing and say, bro, maybe you should call it a night or whatever, right? So he comes over and he's like, why are you harassing the girls, man? I said, that's what she told you? He said, yeah. I said, wow. I said, well, did she tell you also that she was in my house earlier today? Did she tell you that she was at the studio last night? I said, she didn't tell you that, right? And I said, stop believe everything these hoes tell you, bro. As soon as I said that, boom! Nigga hooked off on me. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga hooked off with the George Foreman. He cocked that thing back, pause. Macadao, right? Oh! I did a dive. I did the backstroke, right? I did the backstroke, right? But I didn't really feel it, right? Because I'm mollied up and I drank a whole bottle of Patron. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel that shit. I hop right up, start shaking with boy. And at one point, you know when you get the clean punch off to where it's like the impact, like other people feel it, and it goes like ooh, like it was one of those like ooh. So at one point, now I ain't gonna lie, they was kind of breaking it up, and I kind of got it in there, right? Right when they was kind of breaking, I kind of got loose and got like a good 3-piece in there, like bing, 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 right? And on the third punch, when it was bing, bing, the bing, it was like ooh, right? I heard the crowd kind of like ooh, and right then all the bouncers rushed me. It was like 5 or 6 bouncers just rushed me. So they rushed me. They trying to pick me up off my feet. At the same time, of trying to like some of them trying to slam me, to hit me. I'm fighting basically to try to stay on my feet and not get picked up off my feet because they're trying to like pick me up on some, you know, in the casino, in the movie Casino, how they pick the nigga up and use his head to open the door type shit. They're trying to pick me up off my feet like that. So I'm kicking and stuff to get down, right? I keep getting down, they keep picking me up. They trying to now somebody. I'm not knowing this whole time I'm fighting with these people towards the door. Apparently I'm getting poked up the whole time. Pause. I'm not knowing. I'm thinking I'm just fighting, right? So when we get to the door, it's like the cartoons. You know how it's like that little ball of dust that looks like it's moving, right? That's how it was. We moving towards the door though. Moving towards the door, and then eventually they just push me out the door, right? And they shut the door like poof. And it's like the bouncer standing right behind the door. They looking at me like this with the door closed. And I'm talking shit like, man, y'all bitch ass nigga, y'all can't even drop me. Right? I'm mad, I'm embarrassed. And there's a whole line of people outside now, right? There's a whole line of people right here. So they all looking at me like, and I'm like, man, y'all want some bullshit in here, right? And everyone is like, yo, just calm down, bro. I'm like, man, I'm good, nigga. And somebody's like, when they mom calling, I'll call you right back, mommy. Love you. When somebody says like this, and I'm like, what? What you mean? Right? So I look in the car mirror. You know, niggas, street niggas, or you know, just black people, period. We think a fight, your face, all that matters, right? Long as you ain't got nothing on your face, right? So I lean down in the car mirror and I look at my face. I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing on my face. I'm good, right? And I look up and I stand up. I'm like, I'm good. And now it was like 2 or 3 people at the same time was like, and somebody said out loud, you're not good, man. And I was like, what? I looked down. When they said that, I looked down. And I had something like this color on, or like cream, like a cream color, like suit, or cream color little like linen suit or some shit I had on. And everything was red. From here down, it was all red. And when I lifted up my shirt like this, now mind you, I'm breathing heavy, right? I'm breathing because I'm out of breath, right? Every time I breathed, it was blood squirting out of all of these holes. Every one of these holes, every time I breathed, it was like this. And I was like, oh! And I looked up at them and they was like, see? I was like, oh, what the fuck? I could not believe that shit. I was like, nah, what? I was really just in shock for like 10 minutes, like, bruh, nah. And niggas is like, yo, just chill, just sit down. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm just literally standing there like this. I'm standing there outside the club, just like, police pull up. About 7 police cars pull up. I walked straight up to the first cop car because I seen what they did. They basically tried to call the boys on me so that they can like kind of get ahead of it to make it seem like I did something because they know they just tried to kill me in there. You know what I'm saying? And this is your security, right? Your security is a bunch of wild little Haitian niggas. Shout out to my Haitians, you know what I'm saying? But it's a bunch of wild ass little, you know, they be damn near working their own thing in there. They be like 7 niggas, maybe 2 of them work there. The rest of them niggas be in there hustling, doing whatever else. But when they go down, they ready, right? So one of them niggas probably stabbed me, right? So I go straight up to the first cop car and I say, yo, listen. I said, they called you for me. I lifted my shirt like, they called you for me. I said, but you see they ain't call an ambulance, right? And he was like, yeah, don't worry, I got you, right? So he called the ambulance. Ambulance pulls up. I guess I'm still rolling. I guess I'm still high. You know how, y'all know how I am. I'm like, I can't get out of my mode, right? The ism in me is so strong, it don't matter the scenario, I could still be chopping, right? So I'm laying there on the thing, I guess I'm still running my fucking mouth or something. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm still talking. And the paramedic is like, bro, if you don't lay down and shut up, you're gonna die. I said, what? He said, if you don't lay down and be quiet, he said, you have fatal stab wounds, dude. When he said that, I was like, fatal? I'm like, man, y'all better save my life, man. Y'all better don't let me die in this bitch, man. Don't let me die in this motherfucker. He was like, all right, we got you, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta just calm down, bro. I guess I was just turned. You know what I'm saying? So I just fought 6, 7 big ass bounces. I just got stabbed 5 times. It was probably sheer willpower that really kept me alive. You know what I'm saying? Like I really just was like, ah. So I guess I was so turned, energy wise. I guess I couldn't come down, right? Until he had to tell me like, yo, calm down, bro. Like relax. And I'm like, wait a minute, I might die. It's like, yeah, nigga, your adrenaline going, like your blood is pumping. You like you're losing blood. You sitting here still going is hell. You helping the blood loss. Lay down, be quiet. I'm like, damn. He said, damn right, I'm gonna talk about your heritage. You sleep in the cellar with 11 relatives. Salute. He says, I've seen my skull. It's not that bad. Yeah. When you see the inside of yourself, when you see your white meat, when you see your ribs, when you see, you know what I'm saying, when you know how penetrable your body is, that shit hit different. So now I'm in the hospital, right? I told y'all what happened with my homeboy and all that, but he said, been a long day, my brother. Yeah, man, been a long day for me too, bro. Been a long day for me too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm gonna fix my household, man. But yeah, so long story short, the dude, the first cops come in, the DTs come in there, they happy. This is why I know the police. Y'all ain't shit, man. The police come in there, they happy. They strolling and they like, hey, you all right, man? You good? I'm looking like, the fuck they so excited for? You all right, man? They're like, man, when that guy hit you, man, you flew, man. But you got up like a champ, man. You got up like a champ, because when that guy hit you, you flew, man. And I'm like, can I see the footage, right? I want to see the tape, right? I'm like, can I see the tape? They're like, oh, like, we can't, if you're not going to cooperate, you need to tell us what happened. I said, well, honestly, I don't know. They said, who stabbed you? I said, I don't know. They said, come on, man, you know. I said, nah, I really don't know, right? And they're like, I'm like, well, can I see the tape, though? They're like, nah, if you're not going to cooperate, we can't let you see the evidence. I'm like, what you mean, not cooperate? I'm telling you, I don't know who stabbed me. I'm in a club, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened, right? So they get mad because I basically won't, cooperate, right? Not that I could really anyway, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who stabbed me, right? So, of course, they didn't give me the tape, right? And people were saying like, this is just to put things in perspective. I could have easily got $100,000 for that. Probably more. I probably could have sued and got that whole club, right? You got bouncers that's trying to unalive patrons behind lies that strippers tell. And guess what? This is the full circle of it, right? Guess who the bouncer was that popped off on me? Her boyfriend. I guess whole time she has some stripper. She has some security guard dude that the dude she didn't want to tell me about when she kept fronting like she ain't with somebody. Whole time she fessing with the security guard. So when I told the dude she was at the studio and at my house yesterday and stopped believing these hoes tell you, that's why he hooked off like that. Cause he like, this is my bitch. I didn't know, right? Whole time I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? And later on, I do remember when everything started flashing back to me, I do remember him saying, you knew that was my bitch. You knew that was my bitch. I'm like, oh, wow. So you see how this shit be? You know what I'm saying? You see how this shit be? So, you know, the DTs, they was acting all happy, and they said, you know, you can get a lot of money for this, man, if you just tell us who did what, right? So I could have got an easy 100 bands, probably a quarter water, easy, right? If I just would have pointed on the stand, if I just would have said, hey, look, these guys hurt me, but I'm not that type of guy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never getting on no stand and saying nobody did nothing. I handled shit the way I'm supposed to handle it. And then we gonna leave that at that. You know what I'm saying? He said, life is wild. Your life is serious. You know what I'm saying? Life is serious. It's the reason why that's the slogan. You know what I'm saying? He says, Serious, we don't want to hear you rap no more. You're in the same category as Joe Budden. Who agrees with that statement in this live? I guarantee you don't have any agreeers, brother. But that's cute. That's cute to say. Because if that was the case, then Afro Jones wouldn't be going up right now. Afro Jones wouldn't be taking over the fucking internet, nigga. Hell you talking about? I wouldn't still be getting paid 5 figures to open my mouth and rap. So don't talk to me about weed, nigga. You don't want to hear it because you're a hater, probably. Huh? He said, I do. Yeah. Said, not me. Yeah, see, they don't agree with you, brother. They want to hear me rap. So keep talking like that. You're going to get blocked because that's just hatred, brother. You know what I mean? He said, I never did anything. Wasn't even in the same city. Yeah. He says, wait, drop. Yeah, he said, for real, stop playing with my boy. Yeah, they ain't, you know what I mean? These haters don't know. They only turn us up. They only turn us up and motivate us, man. And the fact that I have so much of that energy right now in the world, what does that tell you? That tells you that they know we on the precipice of a whole new level of greatness. And they trying to stop it. They're like, oh, no, stop, Jones. No, nigga, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going all the way up. All the way up like a turtleneck. It's up and stuck like a cat in a tree. Y'all can't fuck with me, and I'm gonna keep proving it in every way possible. But by the grace of Allah, though, it's not about stunting on nobody. It's not about, you know, being better than nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to share my story and share some game. Hopefully I can save some lives. Hopefully I can help some people out on their journey in life. Hopefully I can save some of these kids from going through the pitfalls and the turmoil that I've gone through. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can really change the world like we already have. Respectfully, Serius Jones has literally been one of the has implemented a whole new genre of hip hop in terms of battle rap. I inspired thousands of people around the world. And there's hundreds of battle rap artists that are making a living now off the foundation that I established. So without tooting my own horn, I've already done legendary work that's gonna live forever. But I don't feel like I'm nowhere near done. I got so much more to do. And inshallah, and game willing, the team Serius, once that's solid as a rock, like it needs to be, and completely sucker free of any doubt, any fear, anything that's gonna put a crack in this foundation, it ain't no turning back. Because I've been able to accumulate all this that I have on my own for the most part. Feel me? Said, that's tough, bro. Said, you the greatest, legend. No cap. Salute, chef. He says, I want to see Jones in a small room. Fire emojis. Raw singles. Salute, salute. Jones got one of, if not the highest win percentage in battle rap history. 100. Like, salute, brother. But like, literally, what more can I do? What more can I do in that realm? You know what I'm saying? And that shit is weird when, you know what I'm saying? I'm the pioneer, the person that literally paved the way for a bunch of people that they ain't got nothing else to do but try to pull me down. So I get it. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna do no complaining. We ain't gonna do nothing but campaigning, right? We gonna come over here and do this work. We gonna come over here and get paid. You know what I mean? We gonna create this content and influence the world in a positive way on some game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show them what a real one rock like and the way you supposed to be coming. Pause. He says the industry took your style. Yeah. He said you're not gonna go crazy with them ads on this video, Brody. LOL. Hey, look, y'all. Can y'all understand something? It's not me. What y'all think? I'm the one that puts the ads on the video? It's not me, brother. That's YouTube. And when you see the ads going crazy, you know what that means? That means we get money. When you see 5, 6 ads on a video, what you think that means? You know what you can do for me? Watch the whole ad, please. Watch the whole ad so I can get paid. Because that's how I get paid. If you watch that whole ad, then I get paid for that. All right, so do me that solid. You know what I'm saying? Watch the whole ad for me. When you see it's an ad on there, don't click it off. Let it go through. Because that's how I get my bread. You know what I'm saying? He said, Munyan, 100. He said, right. He said, yours is probably on automatic. Yeah, it is on automatic. I ain't do nothing with it. And that's what's funny, because somebody was calling, they tried to call our numbers fake, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem. I'm really too honest, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm too honest. And sometimes I say, you know, I ain't got no business telling y'all certain shit. But to me, this is the best policy. It's for me to just keep it funky. I think that's why it's working. You know what I'm saying? But there's also a thing called being politically correct. You know what I'm saying? And inshallah, you know what I'm saying, I'm able to repair, you know, some of the things that that I feel like I might have negatively affected by my lack of political tact. Huh? Yeah. He said, you too real, bro, like for real. Man, salute, Alexander. All I know is how to be me, man. You know, God willing, the game gonna bring me what's for me, man. You know what I'm saying? He says, your ancestors are proud of you. Stop, man. Stop saying stuff like that, man. Y'all be really trying to make me emotional, brother. I pray so, man. I pray so, man. 'Cause it's not just ancestors, man. I got a lot of fallen soldiers, man. I got a lot of fallen brothers. I think about them a lot. You know what I'm saying? I keep my nigga J. Kells right here with me. You know what I'm saying? I keep J. Kells in the fam right here. You know what I'm saying? Like we got shit to live for, man. And I'm really on the precipice of a whole new level of greatness. We getting 30,000 people coming through here every day. Literally, all I need to do is stay down and have a good run with some motherfuckers that really fuck with me. And that's it. We're gonna be straight for life. Our kids gonna be straight, their kids gonna be straight. That's it. That's what I'm on, man. It ain't no turning back for me. It ain't no looking back. It ain't no second guessing or questioning what I know. You know what I'm saying? Orion said, let's get it. Johnson says, good night, love. T. James says, crying faces with the whatever. I don't know what that means. Can you pinpoint a career-defining performance in battle rap? Absolutely. Clips, Jen, Mook, Ill Will, Rum Nitty. Toronto says 100 emojis. He says, rest up to them soldiers. Yeah, salute, brother. He says, Serius subs been going up. Watch. Yeah, man. We've been going up, brother. I think we got about 2,000 subs just in the last couple days. You know what I'm saying? Says, no disrespect. Nah, it's all good, brother. What's your favorite battle of yourself or anybody else? I think my favorite battle is the Ill Will battle. Or one of them. Because I really had to challenge myself in that battle. I don't rap that loud. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these battles, sometimes I have to be out of character to win. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, lately, I don't be caring enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I usually still win if you break down the bars on camera and shit like that. But just in terms of reactions and shit in the building, it's like I'm not laying on the ground and jumping and doing all that extra stuff to get reactions. And I get why it gets reactions. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you see somebody going through all of that effort, you know what I mean, and a punch is decent, it makes you want to react like that. Damn, I got a big ass pepper right here. That shit's, see that shit? Like, god damn. Something bit me. He said, honestly though, it is who you are. I don't know how to put it. Trust me when I say you're so awesome. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. He said, you took off on Will. You were a dog in that too. Salute. Lisa says, Jones, my brother, can you be conceited from wilding out? I mean, I think I could beat anybody, pause, respectfully. But shout out to Conceited. I'd be curious to see what Conceited looking like in the ring nowadays. He says, your channel, the way rap is promoted, they took your style. You changed the way rap is promoted. They took your style, bro. Yeah, nah, real talk. I was in denial about that for years, brother. Shout out to my nigga Bill Blast. Shout out to all my day one homies that really have always been on my bumper pause and trying to make me understand this, right? Trying to show me, like, bro, look, okay? Look what they're doing. Look at the moves they're doing. Look at the I said yo. Look at, like, literally, we literally was the blueprint, you know what I'm saying? But I was in denial. Sometimes I do have moments of, I don't never second guess my ism, but sometimes I do have moments to where I don't really realize my power. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't realize how much influence that I've had over the world until it's shown. Until I'm in a random country somewhere, right? And there's people that don't speak English talking about Serius drugs. And I'm like, oh, they know me here? In Germany? In France? In Italy? You know what I'm saying? That's when it puts it in perspective to me, because I've been in the struggle, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the struggle. I've still been in the daily hustle every day. I still ain't put my feet up and just, you know what I'm saying, looking at it as like I made it. That's what people think. That's what other people think. Oh, you a battle rap legend, man. You rich, man. You made it. You straight. It's like, nah, bro, you don't know that. You know what it looks like from the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? If it was all of that, then why would I be going through things like getting incarcerated? Why would I be doing through things like, you know what I'm saying, even having to deal with the drama and the backlash of somebody that doesn't have a support system that's, you know what I'm saying? I gotta create my support system. My support system comes from whoever mess with me on this side, not industry shit. You know what I'm saying? Orion says, real talk. He says, I need to watch you on BET Rap City, and then the Fight Club will play on 106. Yeah. He said, I used to watch you on the only battle rapper that was in the basement. Hey, and you know what? That basement episode, they actually had me as top 5. They did like a breakdown of the BET Rap City the Basement freestyles, and mine was top 5. Because that rapping after wall shit was classic, I ain't gonna lie. I basically came in there and rapped freestyle and said all the names off the wall and shit. They had that shit in the top 5 ever Rap City freestyles. He said, peace and wellness, King. Peace, LNA. How you doing, love? He says, I hate pocket watches. I hate pocket watchers. Hey, that's what everything is now. That's what they doing. He says, do you, gang gang? Yes, sir, with love. He says, watch the gas tank. All right, boy, I got you. I will. He says, no, I don't know what you were saying. Do I say I'm saying that much? He says, you're the dude that smoked gin? Yes, I am, brother. He says, Jones, my brother, I'm wild nice. I don't proceed with battle rap like I really wanted to because of the politics. I've battled Ill Will and Big Cannon in quarantine. Okay, that's what's up, brother. Well, I mean, to be honest, I can't even argue with you there, man. It's like the politics are a lot, especially nowadays, man. And I'm not gonna lie, it's to the point where I'm graduating, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't that I'm letting nobody keep me from getting my money. It's just that it's time for me to grow. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like I don't like that if I'm sitting here, and let's say somebody don't know nothing about battle rap or nothing. If it seems like I got a bunch of negativity going on, and it's like, yo, you going back and forth on people on blogs, on the internet. From the outside looking in, it's not flattering. It's not flattering to the Serius Jones brand if I'm supposed to be a boss, which I am. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the legend, if I'm the pioneer, if I'm the guy that made this whole thing lit. But the promo of a battle is you going back and forth with another guy on the internet. That's the way the culture is now. That's what promo is. But that shit is not flattering for a nigga like me, right? If I done already did everything there is to do, if I'm already the most legendary nigga, you know what I'm saying, or one of them that ever did it, why am I sitting there talking to a dude that ain't did half of what I did in life? That when he goes to all of these countries, they won't know his name, respectfully. So to me, it's just doing a disservice to your game and to your ism, right? Because at this stage, it's time for me to grow and do classy things instead of having a bunch of nerds and squares sitting there trying to downplay your name. You know what I mean? He said, facts, 100. He said, this is the black fatigue. So look, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. He said, Jones created the path. Respectfully, y'all. You know what I mean? And I'm showing y'all the game on a different level. If y'all paying attention, I'm showing y'all a whole new level of game. I'm showing y'all how to make your own jewels. You want to be a jeweler, I'm showing you the game on that. I'm showing you how to be an author, right? The Art of Word War book is out right now. I'm showing you how to be a producer. All these beats I'm making on this iPhone 13, nigga. I made Afro Jones on iPhone 13, bro. I made G.I. Jones on iPhone 13. You can do it, right? I'm doing all of this after just coming home twice, 2 different times. I damn near lost it all, had to get it back again and get my name back in the algorithm lit. And guess what? We one of the littest on YouTube now. My name is at the top of the algorithm. All from pain, passion, and game. And a law. Huh? You said 100s, 100s, 100s. A victim of what? I ain't never been a victim of nothing. I'm the victor. You know what I mean? You said Legend Jones. Salute, brother. He said stop going to jail, fam. I'm never going back to jail, inshallah. And I'm 40-something years old, brother, and this is the first time that's even happening in my life. Okay? And you know why? For the reason why this blog was made, which is you can't trust people, bro. And sometimes, unfortunately, you can have the purest intentions, and that is not going to save you from the negative consequence of another person. So by the grace of Allah and the game, what I'm doing now, and the decisions that I'm making now, and the people that I've, had in my life and fight for, and that have been fighting for me, inshallah, that's the right decision. Inshallah, I'm having the pieces to my puzzle fulfilled. And that's all I'm doing right now. All right? So, I appreciate y'all, man. And, yeah, y'all going crazy in these chats. He said 100 emojis, that's right. You know what I mean? Real talk. Brendan Cove, I don't know who that is. Everyone subscribe and like. Afro Jones available. Yes, sir, Gentleman's Corner. I appreciate that. If you don't already got Afro Jones, make sure you get it when we get off of here, all right? And double tap that screen right now before we get out of here. Hold on, one time. Nigga, I said double tap the screen. Hell wrong with you? Yeah, see, some of y'all niggas haters. It's like one person like that. I'm out of here. Later. Life is